Is there a litmus test that can tell you that the idea that you've come up with will turn into the innovation that you want?
Let me give it a shot. An idea that comes from questioning the obvious, trying to solve a good problem. When you get that idea, you need to feel the discomfort in the idea. The trick is not to fall in love with the first obvious spark. You have to flag it, park it aside, sleep over it, churn it in your head, let it brew and simmer for a period of time. And if it still gives you sleepless nights, you feel the discomfort. You don't feel the ecstasy or the joy. You should feel the discomfort in the idea.
I think Santosh referred to this as the temptation of the proximate. What's nearest to us, we're tempted to say, we have this, right? Let's go with it. Yeah. I like how you put it, feel the discomfort.
Feel the discomfort in the idea. That's the first one. Another interesting one is we should not allow reason to rely on its own resources.
Okay, that sounds very deep.
So what I mean by that is reason is logic, okay? And we have to discipline that logic with facts, with statistics, with data, with lots of forms of validation to make it more robust.
It's interesting. I'm telling you why I'm pausing over here for thought is because we've always heard people say, back your opinion with fact, back your emotion with fact. But in fact, what you're saying, back your reasoning.
Reason, yes.
That's very interesting. Yeah. Okay.
And all of us are guilty of it, including you and me. Our reverence for our education and experience means we rest on the laurels of our IQ and assume that our ideas are the best. And that's what's so limiting for innovation. Okay. So the point that I'm making is, if you really want to unlock a powerful innovation, you have to park aside your IQ and you have to embrace intentional ignorance.
I love that phrase, intentional ignorance. And basically what you're saying is that go in with minimum perceptions of what you already know. Go in without judgment of what is and what you know, and pretend you know nothing at all.
Yeah.
And then see where that takes you.
Yeah. And that's the point that Santosh was making.
Yeah.
Just ask stupid questions.
Well, I like your phrasing. No disrespect to Santosh. I love that you need to feel discomfort. I love that we shouldn't rely on reason alone and its own resources. And I love this point about intentional ignorance. Yeah.
Thank you. The next one for me is, actually, there's a research paper I was reading which said that when people face an uncertain situation, they don't carefully evaluate the information or look up relevant statistics. So what happens is, you let your decisions be made on the basis of a lot of mental shortcuts. So you will start thinking in your head, if this happens, this happens, this. And these mental shortcuts are actually very detrimental to innovation. Once you have it, the purity, the creativity of innocence, you get a good idea, but then you put it through all these tests.
Yeah. Okay, that's 4.
And the last one, it's a little different from all that I've said so far, but we cannot underestimate the power of a support group in innovation, because there'll be lots of cynics on the way. There'll be people who will be waiting to pull you down. You will be going through your own dilemmas. You would want to drop it 100 times because something that seemed so sexy and so exciting to begin with, when you let it go through the challenges of execution, on a day in and day out basis, it loses its sex appeal. Okay, it loses its excitement. And at that point in time, when you have, a support group, a core group that believes in your idea, that stands by you, by your side, that keeps nudging you, no, don't let it go. Go for it. Go for it. There is power in it. And that's, for me, is a very important thing for innovation to reach to its logical conclusion.